Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Quest for Glory 2. Um, and now we're heading over to the Guild Hall, and there is a Lion Centaur, also known as a Liontar.
What?
Yeah, you know.
I've noticed you. I'm noticing you get onto the hello hello quicker. Are you trying to minimize the chances that I'm gonna ruin your intro?
No, I just say hello, hello whenever I hit play. I Sometimes it takes me a half second longer. Sometimes I'm a half second
Mhm.
quicker.
Sometimes half a second is all you need.
Anyway, this guy
I'll
is
have
named
my chance
Rakesh.
again.
This guy is named Rakesh, and he's very nice.
He has wares if you have coin.
No, no. He's a paladin, so he's above all that money shit.
Oh, he's poor.
Well, we actually learned in the third game, sorry, that he is actually was supposed to be king of his land, but he turned it down because he wanted to pursue a life of being a paladin.
Like like the patron saint of Serbia. Like I ever heard of this story? Like one of the guys who was one of the princes of Serbia back in the Middle Ages
Mm-hmm.
abandoned his duties as a prince and went on to live as a monk for the Orthodox Church. And then he wrote the first constitution of Serbia.
Huh.
And then later in life, his father abdicated the throne,
Mm-hmm.
left it to his sons, and went on to join him.
Anyway, so we eventually
The
made our way to the
Orthodox
Adventurers
Church.
Guild, and this is Ahura, who we will be visiting her homeland in the third game.
Do we meet Captain Kirk too?
No. The closest that we got to meeting the Star Trek crew was in the intro sequence of this game, which I'm sure you didn't even notice because you didn't comment.
I remember the carpet flying, if that's what you're concerned about.
All right. What kind of jobs do we have? Uh,
Whoever wrote this needs to work on their calligraphy. What the hell?
yeah, I know it's written in Braille. Good thing we can read it.
Turns out I was blind all along. Nobody noticed, actually. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Um.
like it's like that movie Book of Eli.
Oh yeah. Fuck. The Book of Eli. What a disappointment of a fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, uh, I guess it's a good example of how a twist ending can completely fuck over your entire movie.
Yeah. For multiple reasons. But I would argue that the movie was already crippled.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great,
From
but the fact that it turns out that Eli was blind the whole time really puts a major a stick in the cog kind of thing. Because
yeah.
there's plenty of scenes where like he's sniping people with a pistol from like 3 blocks away, and it's like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah, like dude's pretty much the daredevil. Pretty like it's pretty insane. But I
Well,
think
not
like
even
the fact.
Daredevil would be able to do that because like his echolocation wouldn't I wouldn't imagine it would be that good in a firefight.
Dude, he can hear people's heartbeats.
Yeah, in a
But
quiet room that where he's only like 10 feet away from them.
I'm not aware as how up to date because I don't read those comics.
Well, it was more along the lines of Daredevil hearing people's heartbeats was when he was in a courtroom, like being the prosecutor against a guy.
Yeah. You're going by the movie, right?
Well, but the movie also took that from a comic as well. So,
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if in canon in the comics he's also capable. Like, he has. What the hell is this?
we're sparring. So I'm training my dodging, parrying, and stabby skills, and every time she hits us, instead of draining health, she just drains stamina. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
So you just fall asleep.
yeah, basically. But I think from that, yeah, we actually got a pretty decent bonus from that.
Mm-hmm. But
But
yeah.
we're going to be going back to her a lot because she's probably the best way to level up your combat skills in this game,
Mm-hmm.
since there's no risk of dying.
Yeah. That's always the best way. But here's the thing, like uh I think like the fact that the Eli being blind is not the only problem with that movie. Like the fact that the villain is going to such troubles to just to find a Bible.
Well, the idea behind it was that people are afraid of God in that world, so he was going to use it as being like, hey, I know God now because I have the Bible, so fear me.
Yeah. Yeah, but like the point is like, dude, you already own a city and you live in the post-apocalypse. What else can you achieve?
Well, obviously, the whole world.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be the king of this pile of ash. Like, okay, and like the Bible is paramount for you just becoming like what a warlord in the wasteland.
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I would consider it's probably not as bad as an issue as Eli being blind, but also like the fact that the I think it's a pretty crippling flaw in the villain's motivation. I love how he starts like the moment he hears like the blind woman's daughter praying, he immediately realizes that she has seen the book. like like you probably like Eli is from before the apocalypse. You know, you are like the guy itself. He's old enough to be from before that too. Like there's probably people from before the apocalypse in your city. Like, is it really that much of a stretch that some people might remember religion? Like, you immediately jump on to like to threatening the girl right there just because you heard her praying.
Well,
It's
I think it was
mind-boggling.
one of those weak world building things where it's like everyone gave up on religion because they were afraid of God because they blamed him for the apocalypse happening. I
Yeah,
think
I
that was
mean
the logic, quote unquote.
to be fair, they don't even establish why the apocalypse happened.
I don't know. The sun's about to blow up at some point. Might as well have been now.
Hmm. Like, there's another terrible movie that
Oh my god,
in
you
the
mean to tell me there are two terrible movies in the world?
yes, and they and uh wait for it. They're not called they're not called the wizards. I mean, they're not called wizards. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
it's
think it.
another
What was the other movie that he did? Coonskins or something like that?
yeah, Coonskin. Like he did a lot. well, rough backshit. That means, but I mean, there's another awful movie on the taking place in the post-apocalypse called Tooth and Nail.
I don't remember hearing about that one. Was that recent?
Yeah, no, like, and I honestly I could not find a video about it. I was looking for a trying to find trailer or scenes from the movie. I could not find it.
Hmm.
It's weird. But yeah, this movie Tooth and Nail. There's an interesting intro because the guy talks like in the intro of the movie, guy's talking about how humanity basically how humanity collapsed, how civilization collapsed, and he's saying, uh, so yeah, the world didn't end because like a virus or a meteorite or a massive war. We wish it could have been something so grandiose. We just ran out of oil.
Well, yeah, because the moment you run out of oil, then you can't drive cars, and if you can't drive a car, you can't get to work, and if you can't get to work, then you can't bet on the stock market. And if you can't bet on the stock market, everything goes to shit. That's how society is run, Goke.
Yeah, your reading of the situation just emanates first world problems, just emanate first world living. Well, your country is on the road to become a third world country, but still. How long until Canada is worse than India? Not Canada, not Canada.
Let's see.
But think about it. If suddenly the world runs out of oil before humanity is prepared,
Mhm.
okay, you can't transport coal to you can transport coal or fuel or any kind of fuel really to places that produce energy like coal power plants or nuclear power plants.
No,
You
we can't
can't.
use those because those are evil, icky, toxic waste sort of things.
Yeah, you can't transport medicine. And how much of modern medicine is dependent on fossil fuels? Ever thought or stopped to think about it? Like if let's say in 1 year oil is just gone. There's no more like all the oil reserves in the planet just dried up. We could see the biggest death the biggest like a you would see a death toll in the billions.
Yeah,
I
that
kid you
sounds like
not.
a end of the world type of calamity.
Yeah, because like medicine, how much of medicine would be crippled because there's no fossil fuels anymore? There is no energy because power plants ran out of fuel. Like how long until power plants can sustain themselves? How long until we can mine for fuel for power plants? You know, how long until we can mine for coal or uranium? How long until we can maintain fracking, if fracking still exists? You
Well,
know?
the answer to that is depends on how much physical labor we have,
Yeah.
and then that means how much slave labor can we have.
Well, that's what I think we can ask the Chinese how they're doing.
Yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
so what I'm doing now is I'm looking for the Wizards Institute of Techno Sorcery,
yeah.
and if you cast Detect in the town, you will find it. The arrows kind of vaguely point in the direction you're supposed to go, and if you cast it in the right spot, you find a door.
There is a very like the movie has a very interesting start, like had an interesting premising, like as in how civilization collapsed. The rest of it is dumb as hell. Like it's spends on head like spends on head retarded characters.
Yeah, I'm sure it was because they ran out of oil because of the big oil tycoons were really thirsty one day. Anyway, so to
No,
get through
it's not.
the wizard's techno sorcery, we have to see our name and why we decided to find them, and
Mhm.
obviously it's to become a wizard. And who is sponsoring us? And I forget how to spell his name because it's very weird. So thankfully his portrait
Uh,
is right there.
I am sponsored by Mr. Schwab.
No, Erasmus. He is the wizard from the last game. The
Mhm.
one who is all about them jokes. Oh, and if you guys are
Filipino.
hearing... Hmm?
I forgot you named him Filipino.
No, it's Philippe Ignore. You gotta add that accent onto it.
Then you gotta put in the squiggly line.
Look, I don't think the old Sierra games could handle squiggly line above the letter.
It demanded too much processing power.
Yeah. Although that is something that I learned from computer science is uh, the little codes that you would have to input to get those squiggly lines in like HTML files and shit. It's fun.
Mhm.
But anyway, so in order to even take the test to become a techno wizard, uh, we need to do Erasmus's puzzle. And how this one works is that we cast a text to figure out which bell we need to uh, deal with, fetch to put it onto the pole, and once this takes forever, we then cast trigger. Huzzah! And we won. Man, that was a lot of spells that he put to activate trigger.
Very good, Filipino.
um, and then we can go on to do the real test to become a full-on wizard. Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. If you guys hear a lot of meowing or anything, it's fine. I adopted two new kitties, and they are very cute and very nice and very friendly, but they get into trouble a lot, so...
Oh, is that a reason?
Hmm?
I thought it was because your Tinder date was getting spicy.
Yeah, I invited someone from Tinder to be like, hey, you want to watch me record a YouTube video?
Yeah,
I'm totally famous and all that.
yeah. And she got immediately excited and started and wanted to role play. And she's into that weird stuff, like pretending to be an animal.
No, I thought you were about to say she was into that weird stuff, like pretending to be some guy on the internet.
You'll never, you'll never get rid of me, Sam.
Alright, so the first puzzle was
Cast
pretty
call.
simple, but this one is a bit weird. We have to trigger the wall so it gets angry, then we calm it, and then we can walk on it. But oh, it wakes up and it's mad, so we have to cast calm again. Oh, and if you
The
guys are
wall
wondering, yes,
suffers.
you can walk off the edge. You just immediately lose.
The wall suffers from bipolar disorder.
This one is the most annoying puzzle, because you have to cast fire, like, or firebolt twice, but if you cast it one time too many, then you lose. So then
I'm
you
sure.
have to cast it again to melt it a bit more. And then you have to cast Force Bolt like 3 times in a very particular area of the iceberg, so that way you can push the 2 pieces aside.
Don't you have a command to retype the last command? Like
Uh, yeah,
not a
but
command, like a prompt to retype the last command automatically?
yeah, I do, but I forgot. Also, we're out of magic, so the wizards are like, get the fuck out of here.
Loser.
Anyway, so we're back in Shapeir, and we can technically immediately try and do this again, but I need to level up my intelligence and magic skills so that way I can have more magic points, because I definitely don't have enough to do all 4 trials. But seeing as how it is the next day, let's go talk to the astrologer, see what our fortune is. Very dark. Let's ask about it. Oh, it's always accounting, isn't it? Well, let's ask about it. No, he knows nothing. Fuck you. Let's see, what was I about to ask this guy? Eh. Well, okay. So, he was basically useless, but at least we got our fortune told, so huzzah. And let's see, what else is there to do for the day? Because there's actually, the game, one thing I will say about Quest for Glory 2 that's a bit of an annoyance is that they are really, 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 really generous with the amount of time they give you to do things. So, like, major events don't happen on, like, a daily basis or based on how much you've kind of got completed during the day, you know? It's like they give you like 2 or 3 days between like each event to like get stuff done, which is like basically 2 days too many. And here I'm just checking to see if there is an event happening at the night. Oh no.
Is this supposed to be one of the cat people or a dog?
They are cat
Second.
people. They're katana or katas. Sorry.
They're katanas.
Yeah.
Yes, they are a race of weebs.
No, they're a
While
race
you're
of furries.
while you were out party, sir, I studied the blade. I wasn't out partying. I was saving princesses and nobles, and you know, while you were out partying, sir, I heard. I'm not changing my story.
And we can talk to baby Simba, and he tells us about poltergeists. It was a good thing that you stopped talking at that point. But anyway, we might as well get some training in while we're here.
Now, give me a moment, baby Simba, while I'm gonna stab your mom.
Yeah, I always found it kind of weird that it doesn't look like we're using, like, wooden weapons for practice. It looks like we're just using our usual stuff.
It's actually styrofoam.
Yeah, styrofoam that was invented in the like 1000 AD.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting better. She said that her shield arm is now sore, but we are completely out of stamina. So, a trick that you can do to basically just keep doing this over and over again is to just pop stamina pills and then just keep going that way, which isn't that big of a deal. Like I said before, making money in this game is ridiculously easy if you know how to do it.
Yeah. Now, excuse me, madam, while I take my steroids.
um,
I
let's.
have this stamina pill that I brought from a man in the market. Yeah, I think they're called cocaine. No, it's not
Uh,
cocaine. Like if it's in pills, it would be meth.
I
You just go
thought
to the.
meth was like little crystals.
There is meth in pill forms.
I I was hoping you were
Yeah,
gonna say Doritos.
yeah. The Germans liked them a lot in the 40s. They were all about it. You know.
um, no, I
There's a
just
picture of
remember an
there is a
old.
there, I don't know if you recall that, but there's a video of a very famous Austrian painter rocking on his chair because he was into that good stuff.
Hmm.
He was into some of those happy pills that his med that his that were all the rage with the army back then.
Anyway, he just told us that he has a duck for sale and that we could use it. And I wanted to buy the duck, and he said he didn't have one. What an asshole.
Oh, thank God he doesn't have the duck. I was about to ask if it was for the sake of a very unfunny sketch.
Probably. But anyway, speaking of comedians, here we have, uh, oh fuck, Groucho Marx. Because the last game had the Three Stooges.
Yes, the main character and the two of us.
Alright. But a Saurus sounds like a good thing, we'll need.
Can you erase them?
No. Ali is the one who raises them, but we do get a very special Saurus.
No, I'm thinking like I'm saying. Can you erase
No,
with the
you...
Saurus?
No, I thought you said, raise. But, yeah, we can, well, no, we can't race them, but, they make it so navigating the desert is a lot easier.
I came
Because,
to a gentleman's agreement of 20 dinars. Hmm. Got me thinking.
yeah, we got the green one. I shall dub thee Barney. And we don't even have to put the Saurus back into the stable again. The guard will do it for us. So, alright, Barney. Let us ride and find adventure.
Thinking to myself, the dinar is an Arabian comic. No, it's not. It's the rial in Saudi Arabia. I'm thinking like, ever since when Saudi Arabia has money, has like current physical currency.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm kind of fascinated by the history of money, and being like when like how money developed and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and values of ancient currency. So I'm
Anyway, here's
thinking,
a griffin.
look
So
at
we do need this griffin, but part of becoming a paladin in this game, we cannot disturb the griffin, but we need one of its feathers. Because if we disturb the griffin, we lose honor and slash paladin points, and if we don't have enough of those by the end game, then we don't unlock the paladin class.
Cast Roofie.
No, he's asleep. All we need to do is cast levitate, and then fly up, and get to the right height, and then we just grab one of his feathers from the nest.
Oh, I'm not close enough.
There we go. And then the griffin can continue his nap, and we got a feather. Fantastic. And again, our character doesn't know why we need a griffin feather, but I do, so that's good enough. And unfortunately, some of the other things that we need, we can't get until like day, I think it's like 10 before it becomes even available for us to get. So, yeah, like I said, we're gonna be a while running around and just sort of grinding. Oh, sunset's approaching. We get to watch Shima dance now. Are you there, Gok?
Yes, I am awake. I was still looking for money in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Would it be similar to how the Romans developed their currency because they were pretty intertwined during the times?
I don't know. I'm actually not quite sure because if the Romans, how much of a presence the Romans had in Saudi Arabia, because you are aware of what is Saudi Arabia, like which part of the map is Saudi Arabia?
Somewhere in the Middle East.
No, it's that the Arabian. It's called the Arabian Peninsula for a reason, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, to fill your water skin, you have to do it from the fountain here. And that's an important thing to just constantly remember is to fill up your water skins.
You failed geography, didn't you, Sam?
I don't know.
You were not very good in geography.
I mean, I'm not the best at it because I don't really look at maps all that often.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, the Romans had quite a massive presence up until like I think at the height of the Roman Empire they dominate pretty much all of Asia Minor, which is today Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And what is today like modern day Iraq was for a while within Roman rule. So they got around those Romans.
Yeah, it's what they did best.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the Arabian Peninsula itself, not much. So I'm trying to find information of how currency developed there. Before the capture of Riyadh by King Abdulaziz bin whatever.
Anyway, I'm doing my grinding, picking my nose, and hopefully you're impressed by how quickly I'm doing this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's...
And this is actually a surprisingly good way to raise our intelligence as well.
You keep poking your brain until you put things in order there.
Possibly.
I have shuffled.
The
I have
idea behind
shuffled
it is
with
that
my.
if you pick locks, your intelligence goes up, but if you pick your nose, it counts as a lock, so therefore our intelligence goes up by picking our nose.
Oh goodness gracious, this game is such nonsense. They have a day-night cycle here.
Yeah, the last game did as well. And it goes by, like, in-game time. So,
My headcanon here is that you don't have your brain is too smooth in the beginning, and by picking your nose, you actually add the wrinkles in it.
oh yeah, like we're scraping off bits of the brain and creating the wrinkle.
Yes, you're creating the wrinkles in your brain as you pick your nose with a lockpick.
Anyway, let's watch Shima dance. We've picked our nose enough for one day. And I am immediately disturbed.
Yes. Now let's witness the writer's barely disguised fetish. I hope someone was fired for this.
I guess it depends on how many people phoned in to complain.
Jerry, why did you put a humanoid cat dancing in the game?
Well,
It was necessary for world building, I swear.
Obviously, it was because I was inspired by the old Bugs Bunny cartoons where he dresses up like a lady.
Okay. I'm sending you to HR.
Anyway, the most impressive part of that dance was that she managed to stay in the air for like a full 5 seconds.
Did you gain anything from? Did you gain anything aside from shame for watching this?
I don't know if you get honor for it, but we were being nice friends.
Now you're gay. You gain the shame of being a furry.
But anyway, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Bye bye.